What up? This is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Capone. Hey, before you watch this review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. A biopic movie about a famous character, be it fictional or real, that focuses on their final stage of life is nothing new. One example that I could think of on the top of my head right now is the 2015 Mr. Holmes, starring Ian McKellen as the retired senior citizen Sherlock Holmes with dementia. Movies like this often take us through the character's regrets. Maybe there's an unfinished business that he hadn't done that is now haunting him, and they often wish that they could get their prime years back because now they're starting to have difficulties remembering people and names and objects and moments. Well, this film, Capone, from writer-director Josh Trank, is no different. But the problem with Capone, other than the fact that it's soulless and sluggish, the flashbacks or the dream sequences have too many worn-out gangster cliches. They lack imagination, and this film's occasional poor attempt on humor just makes things worse and cringe-worthy because much of it is misplaced and unnecessary. Such a shame to see a great talent like Tom Hardy be wasted on a terrible material like this. Written and directed by Josh Trank, Oscar nominee Tom Hardy plays Alphonse Capone, the once ruthless businessman and bootlegger who ruled Chicago with an iron fist. He was the most infamous and feared gangster of American lore, but now, at the age of 47, following nearly a decade of imprisonment, dementia rots Capone's mind and his past becomes present. Harrowing memories of his violent and brutal origins melt into his waking life as he spends his final year surrounded by family with the FBI lying in wait. This alien patriarch struggles to place the memory of the location of millions of dollars that he hid away on his property. Co-starring Linda Cardellini, Matt Dillon, and Kyle MacLachlan. Tom Hardy's performance here will also leave you baffled. Here's the thing. Unfortunately, there is no recording of Al Capone's actual voice out there in the real world, so it's understandable that Tom Hardy has to take it upon himself to build this character solely based on Josh Trank's script. But most of the time, Hardy just comes off looking like a slow-walking zombie, and when he speaks, his voice sounds grumpy like Scrooge McDuck on crack. So what you get is this very unpleasant, very repugnant, very repulsive depiction. And hey, maybe Al Capone in his final year did look and talk and behave that miserable due to his physical and mental deterioration. But if the goal is to humanize this criminal mobster and possibly score some empathy points from us, then the movie certainly does a terrible job at it. The storyline is a bit all over the place as well. On one hand, there's this mystery about where his money is hidden, but just like Capone himself, that plot keeps stumbling and fumbling its way to its conclusion. And then there's the many conversations that Capone has with his friend played by Matt Dillon, but that part just drags and drags like a train that's going nowhere. And I think there's a lot of missed opportunities with regards to the relationship between Capone and his wife, played by Linda Cardellini. Linda plays the long-suffering wife, but there's no substantive development further than that. It breaks my heart to see Linda get reduced to just this character that writer-director Josh Trank constantly throws gross and disgusting shock values at her over and over again. And lastly, let's face it, despite the fact that Al Capone will always be one of the most infamous, iconic bad guys of all time. But really, what is the use of exploring him and exploring his personal demons in this day and age? Talk about a character that is so far detached from today's audience. I mean, of all the people that you can make a movie about, this has got to be the one that generates the least interest nowadays. In other words, watching this film Capone does not grant you a rewarding experience.